I'm just gonna skip over the introduction. So this is our team for three departments: outreach, investment, and charity. Okay, so here are some important numbers in case you don't know. In 2023 we received $8,400 from 24 contributors. And gained $909 from investment. Because keep in mind, some people donate later than others, like they miss out on a lot of the profits. So $727 or 80% of the total gain will be donated in 2024, while the remaining will be reinvested in the Hoperation fund. So here's a comparison of the monthly returns of the Hoperation fund, the S&P 500 Index fund, and the NASDAQ 100 Index fund QQQ. So you can see from this chart, the monthly returns and the total returns. You can see the fund has nearly double the returns of the SPY. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever. The fund has nearly double the returns of SPY. As you can see, it shows the total returns here. And here's a return goal of the here's a chart of the return goal of the Hoperation fund, SPY and QQQ. Note that the balance at Fidelity is nearly 10,000 now. Because guess what? In the past, I have some good news, okay? In 2024 so far, in the past 2 months, we've earned $1,000 already, in profit. So right now you can see the balance is around $10,000. Yeah? Are we getting paid? This is non-profit.
Are we getting volunteer hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Can we turn it into a profit? Can we turn it into a profit?
No. $5 at least.
Okay.
You get snacks.
Bro, technically most non-profit organizations and directors do get money, roughly 200,000 and 201.
Do we get potlucks like in the company?
Does it look like we have $200,000?
Like,
Does it even look like we have $200,000?
Shut up, let her continue.
Okay, let me continue. Exactly. Thank you, Aurora. So here's just the capital we received in each month. I'm gonna skim over that too. Oh, and here are the accumulated gains for each contributor. So this shows the original capital, the return rate in 2023, the gains in 2023, if the money is donated and reinvest in 2023 and 2024. And the year-to-date returns in 2024, as well as the year-to-date gains in 2024 for the Hoperation fund.
Who's Paul?
Just a donator, okay? So you can scan it in, you can see if you have donated any money, you can see how much money you can just.
So great. I'm impressed.
nothing.
Oh, that's a lot of money.
Well, okay, whatever. And so here's the balance at the end of December, 9,343, and the return capital at the beginning of January, received capital at the beginning of January, final balance at the beginning of January, final balance at the end of January, etc. So here's a comparison. The S&P 500 in January had a return of 1.59%, and QQQ had a return of 1.82%. So if you can compare this from that, you know that the Hoperation fund has around 3 times the profits, or 3 times more profits than SPY. In February, the fund bought QQQJ as a short-term trade. As you can see, in January, our fund increased its FTNT holdings up to 2%, initiated new stakes in LVMUY 4%, PCR with 2%, and LULU with 2%, and exited its positions in QOD, TSLA, MSCI, and so now we're just gonna go over why we liquidated or entered positions in the fund. So first one, Tesla. In January 2024, the fund liquidated its position due to Tesla's involvement in price wars with Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers. What this means is that Tesla and other like Chinese electric vehicle companies were like competing to see who could lower their prices more. So more people would buy them. Therefore, these price wars significantly diminished Tesla's gross margins, operating margins, and profitability, as they had to like lower their price again and again. Consequently, Tesla's competitive edge has also weakened. And in books we've read previously in the Investment Club, Peter Lynch has also mentioned or suggested avoiding companies in price wars in his books. The fund therefore concluded that it's no longer suitable for long-term investment. As you can see over these quarters, the gross margin of Tesla has been massively declining. Gross margin is calculated by subtracting like the cost of the goods minus like the total revenue. So we exited Tesla over here when it was almost like when it was like intersecting with the MA 200 line. And now for MSCI. So MSCI is a finance company. In January 2024, we also liquidated its position because of the concerning levels of total liabilities and the negative total equity. So equity is calculated by subtracting liabilities from the assets. So negative equity means the liabilities are more than the assets, which, as you can see, obviously isn't very good. As you can see also, the liabilities have been increasing quarter after quarter, mostly for the company, so we've decided to sell it. And then for FTNT. In January 2024, the FTNT bought more shares the fund bought more shares of FTNT. In fact, the fund consistently increased its stakes in FTNT despite the stock's 25% declines over the past year, as you can see from here. So we view each dip as an opportunity to buy more. And the fund's confidence is rooted in FTNT's robust growth trajectory in cybersecurity. As you know, technology and cybersecurity is becoming more important in the technology era. We believe this company will have rapid growth in the future. So this is evidenced by its high growth rate, ROIC and profit margins, coupled with minimal debt and substantial cash reserves. FTNT is actually pretty special because even though there's a lot of other cybersecurity companies, most of them have like really high debt. FTNT has like almost zero debt. But we regard the significant price drops as market misinterpretations, presenting valuable chances to increase holdings. And so far, we've gotten around a 15% return from FTNT. As you can see here, here are some data or financial statements and stuff for FTNT. As you can see, its total revenue has been increasing by 20% every year. Service revenue has increased by 28%. Also, okay, have this right now.
Okay. And you want water in these things? Okay.
Also, what one question?
Tesla was never gonna pass.
My mom said she bought it, and then it just like collapsed. Like, have you seen what he did? She buy it back before the summer. Oh no, I don't know what she was doing. I know most of what's happening, but my dad really didn't invest in stock. And he bought this green energy company like 20 years
Yeah, you
ago.
said that like 20 times already.
Oh my God.
My dad got a, I know,
I think he
higher.
has a little bit dementia, so he doesn't quite remember what he said.
Okay, that's gonna be.
3 years ago, I actually bought Disney stock. I regret it so much now.
Yeah, Disney is moving a lot.
Okay.
But like we don't talk about.
Well, it's I didn't know it was really good.
I'll be on your Okay,
It's just sitting cold.
okay. So now let's move on to LVMUY. I'm just not gonna take it to that side. So in January 2024, the fund invested 4% of its capital in it, since we believe it was undervalued. So this is a company, it owns or has acquired like many other different companies. It originally started a series for fun. If you can see, here's a visualization of its acquisitions since its inception 35 years ago. So how many of these companies do you guys like recognize? Louis Vuitton, Dior, Givenchy.
I know Sephora.
Sephora, yeah, Sephora is pretty popular.
No,
Marc
Nike.
Nike.
I don't know any
Fashion companies. These are a lot of high-end stuff.
DKNY is also one that we. Bro, Arnold is just.
Oh, I think it's
Actually, Arnold is just like
fashion.
vibrant.
Are these fashion companies?
Yeah, they're pretty much all
Yeah.
fashion companies.
So as you can see, it has like a lot of like really famous companies, like big companies. I think Sephora is pretty popular recently.
Yeah, it is.
So we acquired shares of this company where the P ratio stood at 21. Our valuation shows that the stock is fairly priced when the P ratio is up to 24. Right now, of course, it's 26. But given this company's strong brand and competitive edge, I guess it's pretty reasonably valued at a P ratio below or around 27 even. So right now it's 26. As you can see from this chart, the blue line is the PE and the red line is price return. So what can you see from this graph, from this chart?
The price return is, I guess, like steadily increasing-ish.
Wait,
But then, but then there's this stat like PE
ratio and then the red line is.
PE, but the blue line is just like.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see from the red line, the price return both share is steadily increasing, and the PE is actually pretty low right now. In fact, it's like one of the lowest over PE ratio over the past 5 years.
Also, why do you sound it at like the low in the stock price? It's like.
Oh yeah, this is a stock chart of the insider like sales or buy or purchases of the stock. Insiders meaning like the CEO, people in the management, like up high in the company, like CFO, CMO. The green dots show when like the insiders in the company bought shares of the company stock. So you can see like there's a lot of times where the insiders bought the stock, and only this one sale, now it's like 1,500 shares. So pretty low. What this means is that I think in previous books, Peter Lynch, one of the authors and a really great stock investor mentioned too, when a company's insiders, like its top management officials or its CEO buys a lot of shares of that stock, that means they think this company has very great potential. They have confidence in that company. And they think it's like undervalued or something. So as you can see, so many times like, insiders in the company have bought the stock. So we decided after looking at all of these financial stuff too for the company, we decided to buy it. We bought it here around the low point, which is actually pretty strategic because seeing like went up. So we bought it around this point. There's also like a lot, you can see its finances and stuff are very good. For example, its gross margin is 68%. So right now, because of time restraints, I'm not gonna go over this in like really like great detail. But later I'll make a video showing why we bought this stock, this company, and others. Okay, and then there's QQQJ. On February 9, 2024, the fund initiated a new trading division. Do you guys know what QQQ stands for? NASDAQ what? NASDAQ 100 index. Yeah, for So the NASDAQ or QQQ is like QQQ buys the top 100 biggest companies or stocks in the NASDAQ index. QQQJ invests in the 100 to 200 largest companies on the NASDAQ index. So it's mostly concentrating on mid-cap stocks. Does anyone know what mid-cap stocks are, by the way? Okay. The mid-cap stocks are basically stocks of companies that are like pretty big but not too big. It's like large cap or like mega cap or like Google, Apple, and stuff and like Meta and stuff. But mid-cap is like slightly smaller than Google or anything. But like not too small. So QQQ you can think of it like QQQ Junior, basically. Based on its daily chart, QQQ has formed the typical cousin handle pattern and broke out on February 9th. This is the daily chart. Okay. Do you guys know what the cousin handle pattern is then? It's like this, it's this bullish like pattern, the cousin handle pattern.
Yeah, that's why you always see like sometimes on the stock like website they're like bearish pattern or a bullish pattern. So it's just like depending on the pattern.
But the cousin handle pattern is mainly bullish. Bullish is like positive.
Yeah.
So you can see this is the cup and handle pattern. You can see it where like the cup is like a V shaped or U shaped. So it's round and like the tops of the cups are around the same line. As you can see here, around the same line. And then the handle is like the smaller like U or V shape. As you can see, it's like a pretty good parabola, you know. So that's the cup and handle pattern. Usually when the stock goes above the handle or it breaks out, like that's a really strong bullish indicator that the stock is gonna have it's gonna go up a lot or it's gonna have some good times. Besides this daily chart, QQQJ also has broken above a significant resistance line in the weekly chart, which lasted for more than 1 year. Resistance lines, as you can see from the screen line, are where the stock like goes up to a certain level and then goes down, and then goes up to that level again, goes down again, goes up to the level, it goes down again, where it's like always going up to that level or that resistance line, and then decreasing in price again. So usually the longer resistance line lasts, the stronger it is. And when a stock breaks out of the resistance line, like where it like the price goes above the resistance line, that's usually again a really positive sign that the stock is gonna go up. So we decided to buy this QQQJ for like some shorter term trading. Does anyone have any questions so far? Okay. Now here's like the market analysis stuff. Because again, of the time restraints, we only have 1 hour. I'm just gonna skip over these two. But I'm gonna make a video on explaining these afterwards. So, does anyone have any more questions or want me to repeat something? What?